because balance strategically enhances all that we do as a human being throughout our daily life, doing normal tasks, right? Our center of gravity shifts and triggers the balance mechanisms to work, so to speak, or kick into place. So it's very important that you understand that balance should be trained in motion, not in stillness, because that's when we need balance to work, when we're moving, okay? Now, when you may have been told, I'm going to pick up my foot and I'm going to balance on one foot. Well, what that does over time is that sort of creates this rigidity, right? This of sort of compressing in and trying to maintain your balance while you're being still. But real balance that's functional, balance that helps you to perform life, so to speak, is actual fluidity with control. So it means, can I move and can I maintain control when my balance is challenged? Okay? Now, there's three components to balance, so to speak, if you want to call it that. One is vestibular. It's your inner ear. And those of you who may have struggled with vertigo, with dizziness and lightheadedness and balance issues, know that inner ear, especially if you have something called BPPV, or benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, it's $1 million word for saying that your inner ear is not functioning correctly, and that's what's making you feel dizzy. And obviously that can make you feel sick to your stomach and all kinds of things. If you remember being a kid, or even if you still do it as an adult and you ride some amusement park rides and you spin around, that will get those components of the inner ear moving. And even when you stop, those are still moving, which is what makes you feel dizzy. Well, what happens with BPPV is those components of the inner ear are not positioned correctly. And there's a great technique called the Epley maneuver that can help to resolve that pretty quickly, pretty effectively. So if that's the case, but I don't want to veer off my point here. So my point is that we have three components to balance. We have vestibular, which is inner ear. We have visual. Yes, we do use our vision to some extent to help to maintain our balance, to figure out where we are in space. And we have our proprioceptive component, which is that ability of our body to tell our brain where we are in space. So, that happens with, right now, if I close my eyes and I kind of zone in to my body and I want to figure out where I am in space. So I know right now that I'm got a lot of weight on my left foot because I've sort of picked my right foot up and I'm just kind of balancing on my toes. Now, if I feel that is tremendously challenging and I completely lose my balance, then that means there's something going on with my proprioceptive ability. Now think about it. If there's three components, they all work, I don't know, I haven't looked at data that shows that they work equally, like 33.33%, but you've pretty much eliminated a third of the component of your balance when you close your eyes, okay? So if the other 2/3 are still working, so if you don't have any inner ear issues and your proprioceptive ability is working optimally, you're not going to fall down just by closing your eyes, okay? So you can pick up a foot and you can close your eyes and you'll be okay. Now, if I'm wiggling around a little bit, well, that's my body trying to figure out where I am in space. That's my proprioceptive ability kind of creating motion, because it helps my brain to figure out who's down there, what's going on, who's on the job, who's sleeping, who can I count on to keep me upright, and who's not listening, who's lost communication. Okay? So that's basically proprioceptive ability. Now,